Hi everybody, I thought I would do a little bit of a instructional video on how to download the complaint letter, edit the letter, and then send it in a variety of ways. And you'll see what I mean by that as I move on. So it's not that straightforward, and I wouldn't beat yourself up about finding it a bit intimidating or a bit of a challenge to do, and I wouldn't worry too much about it if you don't succeed this way. There's lots of different ways to do it, but I'm using a phone right now. I'm obviously recording the screen, so I'm just gonna do this as if I'd never did it before. So obviously here's the post here, the one with all of the different links and things in it. So we click on more there, click on more again, takes you into the post, and obviously you've got the switch to website, and you can use that to get your annual kilowatt usage. So mine was 8,500-ish. Now what you can do is you can go there, and if you haven't already got an account, you can go there and create an account. Click on create an account, and you know, obviously I've already got one. Don't have an account, register now. And then in order to create the account, you can use the 19 number digit off the front of the card. There's it's a 19 character long code on the front of the card, and that's all you would need. And then obviously you would just register your email address. So that's pretty straightforward. And that way, once you've registered, you can log in and look at your yearly information. But in all honesty, the easiest way to do it is to just ring them on the number provided on another post that I created a couple of days ago. It's very short and it just has the switch to number on. So you could do that, and they would tell you over the phone. And you just write it down, go into the letter here, and then just input your information. So what I've just done there is I've just clicked the link drive.google.com. That's actually a link that takes you to my online storage and allows you to download something from me, which is the letter. If you click it, you should get this. And if you don't, then let us know and just comment, and I could email this letter to you. And the following advice after this, in terms of editing it, would still apply. You would just open it, you would just download it from the email. So let's see. So so you can't edit this document as it is. It's just showing you what it is in my drive. You would have to click this button here. Can you see? Click this one. Download. And it's in download file. So you don't have to do anything I'm doing here at this point, but I'm just going to say gen complaint. The reason why I'm doing this is because I've already got a copy of it, but I want a fresh copy of this so I can edit it in this video and you can see what's to be done. So we'll press download. You can see up here, up top, it's downloading. Where is this? File download. So I can open this in a multiple of ways. I can open it with Word. I would ignore Sign Now and ignore Office. These are just apps on my phone. Docs here and Word are apps that you have access to, whether in the immediate sense or... So, for example, if you don't have Docs installed and you don't have Word installed, if you've got an Android phone, you can go to the Play Store here. The Play Store. And you can just type in Docs. It's the first hit. I'll actually update that because it needs updating. Sorry about that. Or you can use Microsoft Word. There's a free version of Word as well. Word might ask you to sign into it, which you can obviously do for free, using whichever email address you use, and then create a password. It's the same for anything you sign up to. And there's Word, Microsoft Word. Write and edit docs on the go. Obviously, when you click on the Word document, the complaint letter, you won't get the option to open it in this if you haven't got it installed. So it might be worth just looking at installing this first, or Docs. It doesn't matter, because Docs is a Google document editor that recognizes Word documents. So you can, I like Docs. It's really, really good. It's really fluid. It's very reliable. But Word's just as good as well. Let's update it. Why not? It's good to keep your apps updated. Well, the ones you use anyway. So with that in mind, we'll go back, and what we'll do is we'll go back and we'll find that file, because we downloaded it. I opened it from my notifications here because I had a notification to say that it had downloaded, but it's not there anymore. But nevertheless, I have downloaded it. So let's move that. Gentoo. Gen complaint, that was it. 11th of February, 5 to 10. So let's open it. I think I'll open it with Docs. But I can open it with any one of these I like. It's up to me. Actually, I'll tell you what, I'll open it with Word, because I think this might be more appropriate, because I suspect that on iPhones, perhaps only it's Word that's available to you. So I'll click on that. So bearing in mind, we've been in touch with Switch 2. We know what our yearly kilowatt usage is. And so naturally, I've absolutely no idea why this is. Right, this is strange. So it looks as if Sharon's edited the online document, because I've given access to that, so that's fine. So you could just obviously just delete this, because that's not your address. Click the pencil button at the top. Delete that. Put your address in. And obviously you can write anything in this letter. It doesn't have to be exactly this format. You can delete parts of this that don't apply to you. You know, there are some situations where some people haven't been in the property for a year, so maybe you would want to kind of delete some of this. It's entirely up to you. It just needs to be whatever you think it should be before you send it. Total bill for heating last year was $1,700, which I'm absolutely horrified to read as I read it live in this video. I can't believe that it would cost somebody £1,700 for a year for hot water, and I'm very, very sorry to hear that, Sharon. It's ridiculous, and I've got nothing else to say about that. Gentoo really do need to... I wouldn't want to be in the same room as a conversation where Gentoo told somebody who paid £1,700 to top up more in the summer. That's all I can say. So anyway, nevertheless, I digress and let's move on. 1,700 probably isn't your figure. So you could put your figure in there. Obviously this part and these figures do apply to you, because they are kind of national, kind of, you know, average percentiles and statistics. And then as far as what's written in here is concerned, you can just click on various parts of it. You can add, delete, whatever, you know. And then what you can do is you can press the tick button here to save it. Yeah. And so the file remains in the same place you found it. Okay, but the gen complaint is now saved. Sharon's address is gone. It's whatever it is you intended it to be. So we can leave Word now. Okay. I've just pressed back and it's took me back to my folder where all my files are stored. But I'll just go back through the way that I found the file. So in all circumstances, regardless of the phone you're using, you will have a files section. Mine's here. Doesn't mean yours will be. Could be anywhere. And to find it, you could just press search in your app drawer. Files. Yeah, my files. Yeah, internal storage. That's where I saved it. But it could be in downloads here or wherever, but it doesn't matter. It is somewhere. Now there's a lot of things in here to search through. So naturally I'm going to make my life easy, and I'm going to click on this, search, the magnifying glass icon, and just type in Gen complaint, Gen Z, and it's come up. So this is the next step. So I found the file, it's here, okay? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to press and hold on that. And now you'll see we'll have a few more options at the bottom. Move, copy, details, and share. Let's not delete it. So if we click on the share button, we get lots of options, okay, to share. So there's my generic email icon. I could share it there if I like. My primary email account is Proton Mail, so I would preferably use that, but they would all work the same. You might use Gmail, so then you would use Gmail here, okay? Yeah, so you click Gmail, and it would always be the same outcome. It would open up an email to be sent with that document attached to it. Okay, so I'm going to use Proton Mail for my example, but you can use Gmail, email, whatever you want. It doesn't matter. It has the same effect. It sends the attachment after we've pressed the share button to whichever email client we select. So I'm going to select Proton Mail. And you can see that it's in there because we've got the attachment icon, which is that little paperclip, and the number 1. Okay, so now with that done, what I want to do is I want to put contact us at Gentoo Group, and now their email address is loaded here. Contact us at gentoogroup.com. Now I'm going to add another one with this plus button here, and it's generally the same in all email clients to add another recipient. We'll go into the CC box and we'll type in gentooheatingcomplaints@gmail.com. So now this email is going to get sent to 2 people. Well, 2 recipients. Okay. So we'll just put in there maybe letter of complaint. And just write something along the lines of to who it may concern. Please find attached my letter of complaint. And I'm not much of a complainer, if I'm honest, so I'm a bit exasperated from the amount of times I've used the word complaint over recent times. It's it's just such a negative word. To whom it may concern, please find attached my letter of complaint. Yours, Michael, and then you could put your address number in there if you wanted to. That's absolutely fine, because obviously then it makes it easier for them to allocate your complaint as a separate complaint. Naturally, that's already done by your specific email address anyway, and naturally the core of your complaint is attached in that Word document that you've edited in Word, so that's done. And then you just click in this top right hand corner. Can you see the arrow? And it's generally the same in all email clients. It might look a little bit different to this. I wouldn't feel too intimidated by that. It's fine. And then you just press send, and off it goes. But I'm not going to send this because I've already sent mine. And that is one way to send the complaint via your phone and via email, and how to edit it and what software to use. So yeah, that's fine. And if what I'll do is I'll go back into my files, and I'll open this again, but I'll open it in Docs to show you what it looks like in Docs, because it might look a little bit different, but it's fine. Just once. Yeah. So obviously now it's not in like sort of the typical widescreen aspect ratio. It's put it in the phone, but don't worry about this, because they'll see it, the actual letter as you saw it in the Word app. It's just kind of it's adjusted it to fit a phone screen, and it literally doesn't matter that it's in this format. You'd still do the same thing, and you'd still simply just change those figures. So obviously you're putting your address in up here. So we could press this little pencil button here down at the bottom, and then obviously you put your address in, you know, 23, yada 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 yada, and then up there, so they know who you are. My total heating bill was I don't know, 1,700 again. And then obviously you could then obviously put your kilowatt usage in. My kilowatt usage for this cost was 10,000, let's say, because to be fair, kilowatt hours, that's a damn high price. I literally can't believe that somebody's had to pay £1,700 for hot water. I can't believe that. I can believe it, but I'm just gobsmacked. It's unbelievable. Obviously, I'm probably going to have to do something about the fact that the document's been edited by Sharon, because Sharon's personal details are in there. Not that it matters between us, but yeah, so yeah, because I think what's happened is Sharon's gone online into my drive, and she's edited the document instead of downloading it, as I demonstrated earlier. So that's yours. It's got your address on. Show that to Gentoo. See, oh, what you're playing at, pal. When you've finished with it, if you just scroll down, you've got a tick button at the top left-hand corner. You click that, and it's saved. And it's saved in the same location, obviously. So your files, internal storage, Gentoo, whatever, and it's saved there. And then obviously from here you press and hold and click the share and go through what I went through before. So we'll go back to the web page now on Facebook, and we'll just have a look at the rest of the post. So that's it. You've sent your document. And that's it, really. That's all there is to do. We only have to do that once, fortunately, and we don't have to do it again. So yeah, I think that just about covers it. I think that'll do. It's one way of doing it. If you still struggle to do it, just leave it. You know, there's enough of us here to give Gentoo a bit of a headache over this matter and to get it sent off. There could be all sorts of different reasons why people struggle to get it done this way, and it could be down to the fact they don't have a Google account, so they don't have access to Drive. I think that might stifle people. In that situation, I would recommend that you get in touch with us and send us your email via private messenger inbox, and I can then just email the file to you, a copy of the blank document. That's absolutely fine to do as well. And again, if I was to email the document to you, let's see, so I'll email it to myself now quickly, and I'll show you what it would be like. So let's click on this template here. So let's share, and let's so complaint. So what I'm doing here is I'm just emailing this document to myself as if I was emailing it to you. Okay, I'm gonna. So there's the email as it's come through to me, okay? As if, so this is what it would look like if I sent it to you. So here's the document here, okay? And there's a little save button. You just save it. And now you have the document. You can open it using the apps that I recommended earlier, edit it, and then send it the same way. And again, don't beat yourself up if this is still too tricky for you. It's fine, because it isn't that straightforward. It's not your fault, and it is what it is. But I'll be here to help if you need anything. So hopefully all of that helps, and naturally I really do hope that as many people in the group send this as possible, because like I've said, if the more of us saying this, the much harder it is to ignore. Moving forward, you know, if I don't expect any brilliant outcomes from it. They're charging what they're charging because they're allowed to, not because it's the right thing to do. And John Chapman's obviously very resistant to answer certain questions around the finances of the heating system, and I think that in itself says a lot. And so, like I say, my expectations are realistic, but you know, at least let's give them a headache. And if the outcome is something that we don't like very much, then absolutely I'll be thinking about getting in touch with the local media like the Sunderland Echo, because they've sang their praises last year, not last year, the year before, giving them awards for their charitable work and things like that. Giving people awards for charitable work, people who are receiving awards for charitable work, I really feel shouldn't be in a dispute like this with its tenants. And so I would be looking to draw attention to the matter through those mediums as well, because like I say, I'm quite relentless as a person when it comes to kind of calling out people who aren't being very nice. So that's what this is with Gentoo. So it doesn't end here. This is just kind of part of the process. Hopefully it works out for you. Thanks for watching this video, because it's 21 minutes long. Jesus, I do waffle, but nevertheless, hope it helps, and thank you again, everybody. See you soon.